Told everybody where Onana was going to kick the ball to. All part of the plan, and we're underway. Something you've never seen before, Paul.
No, it was just
7 goals in 6 games, including one at this stage of the FA Cup at Newport. He's now gone 13 appearances since he last scored. A little bit of tinkering then from Ruben Amorim. He doesn't change his formation much at all than the left, as he's been mainly playing for Manchester United, and Mazraoui is on the left of that 3. Maguire, formerly of Leicester, 76 games in a 2-year stay with the Foxes. Was looking to be a regular for some time, until Brendan Rodgers left the club. Only 1 season. He can finish. And here's Daka looking for the chance to finish. Support from Ayew. Ayew's effort is
all over the top, but he's going to need support. And there it came from Ayew. Got the shot off, got the shot on target. That's an outlet for Leicester. Old Trafford hasn't been the fortress, of recent seasons. You look at the games that they've lost. I think Ruben Amorim has had 5 defeats in 7 home games, more than Jose Mourinho in his 2.5-year tenure. So it's not been the easiest of or place of comforts, if you like, for them this season.
Surprised us all with Dorgu on the right and Dallo on the left. Maguire looking for the run of Diogo Dallo. Too high for Mane. And here's Maguire.
Thinking here, Patrick Dorgu, Diogo Dallo, obviously a naturally right-sided, right full-back, right wing-back, and Dorgu the opposite.
Mazraoui to Maguire. Low-key opening 10 minutes for Manchester United, a couple of bright spots for Leicester.
And into the game, as soon as the turnover of possession, they'll spring out of that shape, and they'll look to use the pace going forward. But actually, you can quite clearly see the structure from high up now, looking down.
To Ayew. Ayew being chased, but finds the ball into Daka. He's being held on to by Maguire. That would put their arms around the opponent. It happens so often.
Yeah, Maguire there. The referee was right on the spot, though. He saw it, but Maguire did take the risk. Obviously, the win at Tottenham was one bright spell in a really poor spell for Ruud van Nistelrooy. And until that happens, you would say that he certainly hasn't settled on a regular starting 11. Certainly settled on a formation.
He would point out, Ruud van Nistelrooy would point out at Leicester.
It's a scene to watch Manchester United. He's getting to know his players every game that he plays. Like you touched on earlier ago, with Kobbie Mainoo playing as a false 9.
There's Hermansen. Straight down the middle towards Daka. Maguire's Garce. Just the first few noises of disc
for the game. I think the protection that he offers in front of that back 4 is going to be key.
Samare. Maguire finds starting to hear that won't help, the chat around Mainoo. He's gone backwards again. That's why you're hearing that noise.
Well, you can hear the great goalkeeper at first glance. Harry Maguire kept away from him, gives him a slight nudge.
Oh, he nearly kicked it over the line. Leaving it behind. He's got Decode over Reed here. Maguire heads it away. Maguire.
Alarming again for Manchester United. Just how easy James Justin broke out of defence from the right back.
Maguire. Daka beaten to it by Maguire. Things being just what they are.
Well, if you look around the stadium now, you look around us, all the empty red seats. Manchester United supporters have chosen to go and enjoy the half-time beverages early. Decode over Reed, it kind of half hit him, but he still had to direct it into the net.
8 ties at the 4th round stage of the FA Cup.
Stage is the left wing back, and it is Ahmad who drops into the right wing back role. And Garnacho in the moment this season, Valfas dived into the challenge, and Højlund was not necessarily the quickest. He was able to run away from him. Too quick for him.
Point I was making about the goalkeeper, Altay ruled out by a minor. Straight to Caleb Okoli. Daka. To Gordo. Now he's not brought in to be a centre-back, not one of a three at the back. And he's been pressed into service there, so it's another curious... He nearly did make a mistake, nearly fell over the line with it. Maguire away, called over Reed. Maguire to Bruno Fernandes, who in that position, a lack of doing anything about it in the January transfer window. Here's El Khanous, who is a threat.
Good covering by the defender.
That's bounced away from Khanous. Breaks past Bruno Fernandes. Maguire timed it well, but only to give the ball to Deco. Maguire. Mainu. So much expected of them coming up at Tottenham. Maybe never got the regular game time they wanted at Spurs. And the moves away, Harry.
A long time ago, but when there's 15-year-old schoolboys sitting on the bench tonight,
yeah,
that move does really make you feel old, doesn't it? I mean, what an incredible achievement for that youngster.
El Khanous is on the fly on the right. Delicately chipped.
This game.
El Khanous, it's pinched by Garnacho, lost by Maguire.
And we've not seen Roland and Xerxes play together that often. I think Xerxes been more effective at times.
Maguire. He's going to show some style when he does take the field, though. A little bit of extra urgency that sometimes seems to be missing from his game. There's Dallo. Here's Maguire.
The goal line clearance kept a minute. You just wonder now, with 20 minutes plus added time to go, have they got the confidence to not crumble under pressure?
This before, only recently in the Premier League they were trailing to. Was
later in this for 80-odd minutes in that game, aren't they?
There's Maguire. Dallo. Winks. El Khanous. Xerxes gets in his way. Maguire is then fouled by Bilal El Khanous, and that was an easy one to spot.
Takes to the outside of his boot, Harry Maguire. Strange technique. Goes to nick it away from El Khanous. Missed time challenge. And he gets slightly lucky, Harry Maguire.
So the Irish international stays put and now comes on to try and do something here.
Yeah, still no system changes from Ruben Nistelrooy. Quite happy with it.
It's now 20 games without a clean sheet. They can start keeping a few of those and give them a much better chance.
Well, especially and play the way that they have done tonight. Take this into the Premier League, the performance that they've had.
Manchester United having Coley with Maguire. Bruno Fernandes, met by El Khanous, who then goes in on Maguire, but Manchester United continue to keep the pressure on here, and Garnacho has gone in, and Garnacho's gone for goal, and it's the wrong. Buonanotte. Maguire has met him firmly, and then they've both gone hurtling down the infamous slope.
As a false nine.
Stories where a team's having a torrid time and somebody unlikely comes out of the shadows and makes their mark on this great competition. Might urged to leave the scene by the referee. Here's Ugarte to Xerxes. In time at the end of the game, there will be just 3 more minutes, or a minimum of 3 more minutes to play. Right now we are heading for extra time at Old Trafford. McAteer can't get it over the head of Maguire. Maguire.
They've not offered much in the second half, Leicester City. You think of the amount of times that game involvements Onana's had. The Manchester United goal in the second half have been very few and far between.
Robinson gives it the big boot. Maguire's header didn't go far. It's bounced off El Khanous again, and now Dalot has to... Crowd. Fernandes. Hermanson has gone back to his line. It's Maguire! Manchester United have won it right at the end. And it is the former Leicester City player who's just dumped his old team out of the...
The noise is incredible. Even the goalkeeper's up here joining the celebrations. It's a great header by Harry Maguire. It's a fantastic ball by Bruno Fernandes. See, the arm goes up from Bruno Fernandes. Is there a hint of offside on the far side? There absolutely is. 1, 2, 3 Manchester United players, but there's no VAR tonight. It's drifted into the 6-yard box. You've got to question whether Hermanson can come for that ball. Maguire 6 yards out. It's a wonderful header. So many subplots to that goal. Was there offside? Should the goalkeeper have come? Harry Maguire won't care. It's a wonderful header and he's just put his tip. But actually I think if VAR was here tonight, that would have been ruled out for offside. There was Maguire, Xerxes, 2, maybe 3 of them offside. But that's not there tonight. Added time.